Hey YouTube viewers, hashtag my global family. This is Dre Abeita, the YouTube academic, here with your hashtag Abeita critical thought of the day. Today is April 30th, 2020, Thursday. I had my last class and final exam review today, you guys, and it was awesome. I also just finished my first official AERA Graduate Student Council meeting. It was awesome to meet all the amazing people, about 33 people from around the nation all tuned in, are the amazing graduate students who represent the American Educational Research Association, which is a global international organization that supports our amazing educational community. And I'm so happy to be taking up my position as chair-elect officially starting tomorrow. So that was an amazing opportunity. Today's topic, you guys, is a little less happy, right? I'm celebrating, and every day I'm talking about celebrating our everyday triumphs. But what I'm going to be reflecting on is something that happened 2 days ago during self-care. So I'm a Native American woman from the Pueblo of Isleta, but I have to hashtag recognize my lightness privilege. I also have wealth privilege and class that was inherited because I was born into an upper middle class household on the reservation. So for my parents to be both well-educated, having master's degrees or more, my mom has actually done PhD coursework, or one of my moms has, that makes us the 1%. That literally does make us the elite of all of the Native Americans. And we have to use that privilege, reflect on it, but weaponize it to help our people. And so I always reflect on that. But what I'm asking is for us to think about race in more critical manners. So my partner is 6'2", and due to colonization, he's from the Blackfeet Nation, and his reservation is it's outside of Browning, Montana, or Browning, Montana is one of the towns in it. And he looks like a phenotypically white male, right? So I am light skinned, even though my certificate of Indian blood says that I'm 5/8 Isleta, and I cannot claim my 1/8 Laguna or my 1/8 Acoma because they're different pueblos. And the federal government was trying to breed us out or kill us, and so they make you choose only one tribe. So in the United States, someone can be eight different tribes, one part each, and still not be recognized by our federal government as being a Native American person. And so when he walks around in the world, he has the lived experience of a white male. And the two of us were in gym clothes and we're walking down the streets. And I chose to buy a home in the South Valley. It's right next to my reservation, the Pueblo of Isleta. And I grew up in this community my entire life. So I might look fancy, y'all, but I'm from the South Valley. Born, bred, lived here. This Albertsons is still my Albertsons and was my Albertsons when I was 5 years old. And so yesterday we were taking a walk and we were walking down Blake Street. And I don't know who was, I was thinking it's kids, right? Threw a little miniature Rubik's Cube. So hashtag assault by Rubik's Cube. And it hit my partner on the arm and he had a little bit of a dent, a little bit of a bruise. And I checked on it. He was pissed off and he was mad. He was like, oh, if I ever see that car, I'm going to run after it or whatever. And I was like, babe, to be honest, this is South Valley. They shoot people for less. And I asked him, like, it sucks. And he was angry, and that sucks. It hurt. He has a bruise now, right? But I also told him I'd rather have him alive. I was also sad, but I was thinking about how to really get to him to help dissipate some of the anger. And I told him the cold, hard truth is that when people look at him, they literally see a white male. And I told him, in this neighborhood, when you're walking around, as we are, you look like a Trump supporter. And he kind of took a step back and he rethought about it. And he actually wasn't angry anymore. And we talked about how even though we're black and brown, due to lightness privilege, due to class privilege, due to positionality, we can literally be seen as the enemy to our own people. And how that's an uncomfortable feeling, and how that evokes thoughts of how we aren't in an equal society and this isn't a system built on meritocracy, and how things like media images create a false consciousness that literally affects our daily lives. So I don't know if I should be sad that, I'm sad obviously that my partner got assaulted by a Rubik's Cube and has a bruise and is now hurt emotionally and physically. But I'm also sad that, you know, there was understanding that he saw himself as the enemy in the eyes of people that we love with, people who are part of our community. And how we all have to look at a deeper reflection on our own privilege, but also on how we can create a non-racist world, right? A humanizing world where we don't have to be consistently bombarded with physical, emotional, and verbal violence. I think of our youth, I think of our elderly, and they've always been working throughout their entire lives to secure a future for us. So how can we work now, right? The COVID-19 pandemic has woken up a lot of people. So how do we use that momentum to actually create change and safety for our communities? So let's stop the physical violence. Let's stop the emotional violence. Let's stop the verbal violence. And let's try to make reflection a daily part of our lives, as well as doing real life change and standing up for the people in our communities to help make sure that we survive. As always, this is Dre Abeita, the YouTube academic, here with your hashtag Abeita Critical Thought of the Day. Be safe, my global family, and I'll see you tomorrow.